Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with 2B Hero X episode 4 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we get to meet Mr. Stand, and he is just like his name says. He's like a pillar, someone who was like a symbol, and he was just a firefighter at the beginning, and him saving a little girl made people know about him, and obviously the trust system made him boost his popularity. He became this strong person, but there was a downside to it. Everyone thought of him as this person who can never fall, so he literally became that. He could never bend or do anything by bending. He's just standing tall. So in the end we get to see that a person who was, we thought that was actually our enemy, like I think her name was like Mad Wolf or something. Yeah. Turns out it was the same girl that he saved, and the girl wanted to make people show like a vulnerable side to him, so that he could, he could be normal. He don't have to like stand and just live his life miserably just because of the people's way and the people's perception. In the end, taking that opportunity, we had Nice, take his place, and Nice's popularity got boosted. Mr. Stand was finally able to rest, and he couldn't, now he can bend down and everything. So yeah, Nice became the number 10th hero. I think he was number 10, right? Yeah. And yeah, so everything looks good, but in the end, disaster strikes when that guy, I forgot his name, Mr. I or something, that guy who became, in the third episode, who came in contact with the enemy organization. He has taken Moon as hostage, and now that everyone sees that Moon is alive, yeah, Nice's popularity is going to get a huge, it's going to get a huge hit, and I feel like his power is going to go out, but he's definitely going to still go and save Moon. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Yep. Got I. Right. Give them the silent dream. Damn. Yeah. Right. Interesting. Okay. So it's not as bad as I thought it's going to be, but it is still bad. His popularity did get a hit. Nah, he's coming. Yeah. Oh no. Oh my. Are you serious? Because of that, how people. Oh my god. He literally has no control. What people want him to be, he. Who the hell is that? Good god. Like, unless, oh my god, it's just like I wasn't expecting even that to be like literally. So what people want is what's going to happen, because they're directly connected to the trust system. So if someone was like, oh, if a majority of people is like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you cannot do this. Good god. Hmm. Right. Right. This is just crazy. Like, you cannot do anything if your fans don't want you to. So he's been trying to do this for. Oh my god. Yeah, but at the same time, you know what? What if he goes as his original person? Like, what was his name? Okay, who's this hero? Treeman's Blankster. Cleaner? Yeah, just wipe everything out? Are you dumb? Do you not know the hero system? You think Nice is like letting this happen? Okay. Oh, he can even memories. Whoa, that is some crazy power. What a memory! Oh, flaw. So what? Oh, dirty scam deceives the public. Wait. Oh no, his. It's done. Cheater. Exactly. It's gonna go. So wait, he cheated in boxing? Damn. Puts metal plates in the gloves. Also, that's how the Treeman group, like, like we know this is all like, like they like manufacture heroes and by any way possible. Yeah, bro, it's done. Replace all of you. It's done for, and there's nothing you can do. I was gonna say, if he goes as Ling Ling, I think he can go because people trust. Wait, who's playing this? Who's playing this? Wait, what? Okay. Oh my god. Oh, it opened. Okay. Yeah, he's going as Ling. Like I said, he can go as Ling Ling. So yeah, I'm not X. I'm not nice. Yep. Now nobody can stop him because he's not going as nice. Like people's voice is directed at nice. Not Ling Ling. Yeah. Yep. I think he's gonna say I'm not nice. I'm Ling Ling. Yeah. There you go. Yep. There you go. Okay, he didn't really say anything, but he. All right. Yeah. Yep. Oh damn. Okay, that was cool. Oh. Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter because here's the thing. Right. Okay. So like I said, okay, I'll talk about it later. Yep. Right. Everywhere this is being broadcasted. Used to be my co-worker. Yeah. All right. There you go. Mm. Oh my god. This guy is so miserable. Like this guy. This God Eye or whatever. Oh, it's reaching zero. I think I think at the end it's going to like remain at one because even if everyone doesn't trust him, Moon probably trusts him. Like so it'll at least be one. Like his trust value will never become zero. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, what type of a. Yeah, you guys have been trusting him. Like, people are. Oh my god. Okay, people are going to start trusting him now. Because, like after seeing all of this, how can you not put your faith in someone like who's like doing all of this with no power? Duh. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, this guy is really something's really wrong with this guy. I'll talk about them later. Like you seeing what's going on. Are you still spewing this nonsense after all of this? Yeah. Oh, headbutt! Oh, that's why you don't bring your face that close to someone who can literally headbutt you. Oh. Okay, grab him. Wait, oh, because he hit his head, I think. Okay, punch him more in the head. Vulnerability detect. Alright, so you're trash. On your own, you're a trash. This guy was just spewing nonsense because he had this. He's the same. What is he talking about? Right. Ugh. Ling Ling, yeah. Okay. Bro, you're the same. What is wrong with this guy? Have you seen the mirror? Is it you? Like, I can understand being mad at the. Oh, it's increasing. Right, okay. Nice. Oh, the transition from 3D to 2D. Right. Yeah, you were saying a few moments ago, like literally anyone can be a hero. You literally said that. That Oh, he dodged it. God damn it. Yeah, run like the little worm you are. Yeah, come on. He's getting stronger. The more he's punching, yeah, people are seeing it and oh, yes. Wait, what? Translation? What's happening? Who? Who the hell? What's happening? Okay, all the people. Hmm. Right. Wow. They okay. That the way they made this. Yeah, they've done a really good job in the stylized way of. Oh, wait! Did he just blow his clothes away? Yeah. Go back. Ah, good God. Right. Been everything and then later. What the? Wait, what? You little. You know what? You want to get more punched? Oh, this is all. This little piece of XFC. Wait, is that X? XFC. Nice. Wait. Now he's called. Oh, the commoner. No. Okay, that's the name of the episode. Okay, never mind. I thought he was being called that. What the hell? Oh, this is Moons. Wait, so she's just. Oh, that's why she's here. Yeah, well, it makes sense. Yeah, she threw out so she's just stranded here. Oh my god. Yeah. Great. Oh, oh, there you go. Nice. Imagine just getting stranded because you wanted to go somewhere and people didn't know you. What the hell? Oh boy. Yeah, you should keep that. Like really, like you don't have to use it, but just keep it. What the? Oh, this is the scene he saw. Oh my god. Are you joking? Is 21st Heroes Tournament? Yeah, what type of an ending is. Okay, that is ridiculous. What in the. You know what? I did think for a moment, like, after, um, Moon got captured by, God's Eye or whatever, that, oh, maybe she'll die, and that was the scene that we saw in the first episode. But then, like, they revealed that, oh, that wasn't Moon and all that. And it kind of went, like, it kind of slipped my mind with everything that was happening today, like, Nice becoming Ling Ling and, like, rising to power and all that. It kind of slipped my mind. And I've kind of forgot about that. And now, like, literally, at the end this happened, and I'm like, oh, so yeah, that was correct. He was going to. So he saw something like some kind of a vision from the future or something. Like, oh my god. Or maybe someone showed him that. Yeah, that is possible. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, I think she's dead. She's not coming back because she literally got shot in the head. In no way someone surviving that. What the hell? You just had to do that at the end. After all of this. Good God. God damn it. This was such a hype episode, and then, like, in the end, like, they pull some nonsense like this. Right. I I don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode, but I feel like they're gonna switch to some other hero and show their story or something. Right. Okay, god damn it. I was so excited to talk about this episode and the end, discussion and everything. And they then pull this nonsense in the end. And now I just. Oh boy. Like, I just don't have that the same enthusiasm. It just. They just took it away. Like, after such a crazy, like, like a hype episode. Don't pull something like this. Like, what is this? Like, keep it. Ah, god damn it. Okay. Right. So yeah, that was today's episode. One thing that, like, one good thing that came out of this episode is that now people know Nice for who he is. He's not Nice anymore. He's Ling Ling, and he's now a hero by his own self. People know him for who he is. So, you know how people have thought him to be up until now was something that people thought Nice to be. So the same rules are not going to apply now. Like, people were thinking, like, oh, obviously Nice was a certain type of a brand, like, not a brand, but like certain type of a person manufactured by the, I think, Treeman Group, right? Now, so that's why people were like how they showed and portrayed Nice. That's how people perceived him to be. Like, oh, he is very clean, like a very clean person. He keeps everything, like, very clean and tidy. That's why he had the whole, like, cleanliness, like, like the neat freak type of a thing. And Nice was also getting it. You could see, like, he was also getting it because, not Nice, sorry, Ling Ling was also getting it because he was connected to Nice's, Nice's, like his the way he was shown to the world, he was connected to that. So in the end, I'm glad that he was able to break free of that. Now people know him for who he is. And yeah, now I'm pretty sure this is still going to happen. Like, the more and more he becomes popular, the more and more people will look at him in a different way. Like, some person will have a different perception of how he is, and other people have a different perception how, because, they this is literally like a, like how you watch a character in a TV show. That's how the whole hero system is. That's how people gain popularity. So if you are looking at a character in a TV show, you kind of forget sometimes that they're actual humans with actual intrinsic characteristics and personality. You paste your own version of them on them. So even if now he established himself as an individual, more he gets popular, more and more people will again look at him in a different way. If even if he's not that type of person, you know, like kind of like that. Like, can you imagine, like just let's take this whole thing. Imagine like a certain hero who's very popular likes a certain person, you know, but on front in front of everyone, nobody knows who that person is. But there's another hero that like, for example, this Moon and Nice situation. Let's just take this situation here. People knows about Moon and Nice, and they made this whole couple like thing in front of the main screen and all that. But like, if Nice had someone who he liked, like, obviously his and Moon's situation wasn't like that. So if Nice actually had someone who he genuinely liked, you know, you can you imagine how, if people, since people see you and Moon as a couple, you will probably not be able to like anyone other than Moon, even though you don't like Moon. Like, literally people will dictate how you live your life in a very, like, yeah, like, and it's going to happen automatically. So more and more like this happens, more and more you get popular, more and more people will look at you in some way and paste their expectations on you. And since you are connected to the trust system and all these things are happening, you cannot get away from that. Like, so currently I think Ling Ling is fine because people are getting to know him for the very first time, so they're just seeing him as he is raw on the screen, and that's how they're. But now if he gets affiliated with, again, like, he's still affiliated with the Dreamer group, right? But if he gets affiliated with some other group or something, and even if he continues with the same group, again the same thing will happen. They will, like, show this person, show Ling Ling as a person on the screen, and little by little, again, people are just going to revert back to the way they were, putting expectations on him, like imagining him as a certain person even if he's not that person. And that's how he is going to, little by little. Yeah, so this system is very, very fraud. At the same time, it's also pretty good because literally you can become, from a zero you can become a hero, like literally in a few moments. We literally saw that in today's episode. So that's like the good part. Also the bad part, you could probably say, because sometimes people might put their trust in a wrong person, and then that's going to be like disastrous. um, and obviously we know the cons of this system. Like, you are a puppet in the people's hands. Excuse me. So you lose your own personality, your own thing. You just act as how people want you to be, right? But for currently, I don't think Ling Ling is going to get that, like, get to that stage, because he's basically currently he's a new hero. But yeah, I just feel like this is going to repeat. Now, that was Ling Ling, and now he has become an established hero, and now suddenly, because now he has become this new hero, and he's currently technically not really affiliated with any of the other groups, because the person who was affiliated with the Treatment group was Nice, not him. You can see suddenly, like, all the other, I'm guessing those were like high, like, like head honchos of like different groups. They're all like keep putting an eye on him, and they're all like, oh, like, recruit him, like, take him in, because yeah, he's not really affiliated with any type of agency, right? Like, yeah, he is, like, he was like affiliated with, but not as a hero. So as a hero, I feel like they'll try to recruit him. But obviously our own group, like Linian's own group, is still going to, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with that, but let's wait and see. Either way, yeah, that was like, it was a great episode. This episode was so good. The way they, and the way, like I said, the way they kind of showed the whole thing, like that section where Ling Ling was fighting and people little by little were changing their mind about him. And yeah, that part was done so well, you know and okay, wait a minute, let me see. when the transition happens again, 3D to 2D, is there someone clicking their finger? Let me check. Let me just a minute, guys. I'm gonna go to that section and see. No, no, I don't think there was any. But there was one episode where something like that happened, and there was like a snapping, like a sound. It wasn't there. I'm sure Mr. X was doing something about this whole. Otherwise, how would the whole transition happen again? This whole 3D to 2D transition, whenever this happens, it's Mr. X doing something, and I don't know how he's doing it and how he knows when exactly. Like, yeah. So I genuinely don't know what's going on about this whole thing, but I'm sure the mystery will be revealed little by little. Like, what does he accomplish by doing this, and like, how does this help? So like it's it's such an interesting power, like just yeah, it's very interesting. But anyways, this time I didn't really hear any clicking noise. Even if there was, maybe with all the other sound it just got dampened down. But yeah, I'm 100% sure he's the one who did it again, with a snap of his finger. Right. Anyways, and yeah, there you go, that was that. In the end, we get to see that that wasn't even moon, you know right? And uh, and then bam, the final scene. Good god. Yeah. Now, talking about God Eye, like, obviously you could see he was like, oh, this whole hero, like, like, system is fake, this and that, all of this. And I'm like, bro, you are also working on the same principle. Like, like, yeah, I can understand him getting mad at the fact that, oh, like, suddenly someone can just jump into popularity even if they were literally nobody. But come on, bro, that is your what can I say, like, your jealousy, your envy speaking. It's not like as if you are genuinely concerned about this, the world's, the system. He got pissed off because his own talk show got became like that. Like that whole section, like it became like that, and that's why he got pissed off. You think if that whole talk show went perfectly and nothing happened and everything, he would have acted like this? Obviously not. you know and if that talk show actually did really well at that time, that whole, like, thing didn't happen in the middle, like that whole interruption, um and if his rank increased, you think he would have done any of this? He would have done nothing. So everything that he was doing here was because his own thing didn't work out. So all your concern about the hero, like, world and everything, it's just because you are in an unfavorable position. If you were doing well, you wouldn't even bat an eye to this. So that is the problem that I have with this guy. Like, like, yeah, you can be someone who is genuinely concerned about the whole society, the hero world here, about how literally anyone can become like a hero, like, in a matter of seconds, and like, and how a lot of these companies and organizations are faking the heroes and everything. You can be someone who is genuinely concerned about this, and make a statement about this and do your thing. But you are literally doing this because your own thing didn't work. If your thing worked, if your talk show worked properly, and you rose in rank and you were doing well, you'd have done none of this. So his whole concern and everything is just a fake thing. He's just concerned about it because his own, like, like, things didn't work out. So yeah, there you go. That's why I have a problem. He's a hypocrite, basically. Like, like, if you're genuinely someone who's concerned about the whole thing and how these companies are making these, like, a store fake stories, and, like, manipulating the public and everything, then that's all well and good. But nah, you're just doing this because your thing didn't work out. You're just a hypocrite. So I was getting pissed off listening to him talk, because I'm like, yeah, bro, you would have done none of this if your own thing worked out perfectly. You would have done none of this. So shut the hell up. Your concern and everything is just because your thing didn't work out, and you're just jealous and envious of the whole situation. Like a typical hypocrite. You're not concerned about anything. You're just concerned about yourself. So just shut up. Yeah. So yeah, I was getting pretty pissed when he was giving his lofty, like, like speeches and everything. And I'm like, bro, stop it. You've done none of this. If yeah, and the way he was doing this is also pretty damn absurd. You're like, you were also faking the whole damn thing and talking about people, like the organization's fake. Yeah, you know what, enough about this god eye guy. You could always see from the very beginning, you could see he was like a narcissistic piece of trash. From the very beginning you can see that, from the very beginning of the talk show, the way he was speaking and everything, he was like this. So any type of narcissistic, like person like this, if they suddenly take a blow, obviously they're going to get pissed off and they're going to pull some nonsensical stunt like this, and he literally did that. And yeah, so there you go. Now we just have to, like, he got arrested and everything, all well and good. Yeah, but he just made a hold. But you know what, I guess I should thank him, because at the end of the day, because he pulled this stunt, Nice could become Ling Ling. You know, like, yeah, that's the thing. So I guess that's the net positive of this whole thing. He actually helped out Nice in a way. Right. Like, if he was the reason why Moon died, I probably would have been extremely pissed at him. But he wasn't really the reason why Moon died, because like I said in the previous episode, after at the end of the previous episode, after ending the recording, I was thinking that, oh, maybe Moon is going to die, and that's what the vision he saw. And I was thinking maybe like, God Eye would be the reason for it. Um, but he's not really the reason. He didn't even have the correct Moon. Then this random person at the end comes and shoots Moon. Right. Okay. I do wonder, like, I'm guessing that person is like from like that organization that came in contact with, I forgot the name. Came in contact with God Eye. He he's wearing a mask, you can see, and like a, I don't know. Okay. Right, and there you go. That was today's episode. Um okay, I think they did mention in the end, right? Like Ling Ling was able to become top 10. Where is that part? Yeah, number 10. His trust value remains at rank 10 within the commission. Yeah. Yeah, now everyone has changed his, like, poster and everything. He's like the actual Ling Ling. He doesn't have like the white hair and all that anymore. He has one strand of white hair still. I do wonder why. Like, he has this one strand of white hair. Like, because here's the thing. Because of someone's like, because how people perceive you to be, you are like that, right? So what does this not one strand, but a lock of, like, hair is like white. I do wonder what that lock of hair, like, represents, because, like, now everyone knows he's Ling. Shouldn't all his hair turn into his normal hair color again? So why is it one strand of, not strand, sorry, one lock of hair white? Is there still someone in the world who still looks at him as nice? Is that why? Is that what this is denoting? Or is this something else? I don't know. Or maybe it's just a design. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like there's a possibility that this has like a deeper meaning behind it. It's just one lock of hair is white. Maybe someone still looks at him as nice. Right. I have no idea. Because the thing is, like, now everybody knows, the whole world knows that he's not nice. Even if you're living under a rock, you probably still know. Even if you don't have social media, you probably have heard people talking about it. So everyone should look at him as Ling Ling. But then there's still this one strand of, one lock of white hair he has. I don't know if that's just a design thing or if that's just, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Oh, we also got to see another character here who apparently was this person who was again manufactured by the company. They made him this hero and showed people something fake, and but yeah, he was using like steel plates in his boxing glove to win. And yeah, I think he's done for. His popularity just went down completely. Right. Okay. And oh, wait, another thing. You know what? There was another weird part of today's episode. Why did when like Ling Ling was still nice, when he saw that he couldn't do anything because of the fans saying like, oh, like Ling Ling don't sorry nice, don't go, don't like answer to the provocations. um the screen suddenly started playing his his promo where he was saying like, oh, anyone can be a hero, that whole section. And seeing that, who did that? You could see that Miss J was also pretty bewildered. She was like, who the hell is doing this? um you know so I do wonder, what was that about? Who did that suddenly? Oh wait, what? Oh no, never mind. That was just god damn it, that was Godex, right, doing that? Or what was it? I'm not sure. Wait a minute. No, but how the hell would God I have this footage? Where did this crappy footage come from? The newest promo video in your email box. Oh, they're the ones who put it. Okay, all right. I thought it was someone else doing it, like to kind of motivate, nice or something. But no, those guys, they just put it at that because it was there in her email or something. All right. Anyways, and yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. That was a fantastic episode. But then in the end, they pulled something like that, and I'm like, all right, okay. And there you go. That was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see like, and now that people have, like, they've shown people that, oh, Moon is not dead, this and that. Everyone is like, a lot of the trust has gone down from Nice, but his very much big fans, hardcore fans. Like, you know what? I should have realized that, because I thought after the end of the previous episode, I thought he was going to become powerless immediately. But no, that's not how these things work. Like, even if like if you're like in the whole YouTube thing, if you ever watch YouTube videos and everything, and like, the whole ecosystem of YouTube, you will understand the whole system, and you can probably predict a lot of stuff in this show, because this is literally how YouTube works, and how people, not only YouTube but any type of social media works, like how popularity works. Like, I should have realized this, like, and I should have like guessed it, because I don't know, I just thought that his whole power will be just stripped apart in a matter of seconds. But no, that's not how these things go. So basically it went exactly as how, like, whenever stuff like this, scandals like this happen, it went exactly as it goes. Trust goes down, obviously, but then there's these zealous fans, like these hard time fans, who do not believe it. And they're like, no, this is no way possible. Something must be going on, you know. And yeah, and their trust keeps the whole thing afloat. And then, if the and then if the person in question, if they're able to come and, give a good argument, like a good type of a, like, comeback, and they can be like, oh, these are all fake and something like that, they explain from their part. If everything goes well, then trust goes back up again. If they fail in doing that, yeah, they do go down, the trust goes further down, but there's always those few people who still sticks to you. So I feel like, if Ling Ling just let this play out, whatever would have happened, he still, even at the end of the day, he probably still would have had a bunch of fans who still stuck to him, even if they knew what he did. Like, that's how this works. Basically, like, you will always have, like, if you're that big in, like, in people, like, if you're that much of a public figure, whatever happens to you, at the end of the day, there'll still be a group of people still following you. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like like yeah, it matters, obviously. Like, probably if you had like a million people following you, maybe after all of this you'd probably have like 10,000 people following you, but there's still this 10,000 people still will be there. From a million to 10,000 is crazy, but there will always be a few people. Like, that's the basic thing about social media. Like, you'll always have someone supporting you. It doesn't matter which way you go. And that's the basic thing, because there's different people in the world, different types of people, who, a lot of people who like hate watch you as well. They'll also follow you. Even if they hate you, they'll still watch you. You know. So yeah, it's very it's kind of like that. So I should have realized it would be something like that. But I don't know. I just thought that he'll just lose all his power. But no, there was these group of people who still trusted, like nice, and they were like, oh, like unless and until they make a proper statement, we trusted nice. And then they were like, oh, don't don't respond to his provocations and everything. And nice was trying to get out to go and save Moon, but because the fans didn't want him to, he was literally being like stopped. He couldn't move at all. And Miss J was like, okay, just let this like go like this, let it like the way this is going, let it go like that. And we'll make a statement and we'll try to minimize the damage. But yeah, she was like, you shouldn't go there, because in no way, like obviously the fans are not allowing that as well. Miss J was like, you cannot do anything over there. But obviously Nice was like, but what about Moon? And they were like, all right, we've already taken care of that. So they put this Iron Fist, I think that was his name, over there, and he is to take care of the whole situation. Now I'll talk about him later, but for now, immediately after that, we have Nice, like just helpless, couldn't do anything. But oh, okay. So now here you can see Iron Fist comes and starts fighting. Now Iron Fist's ability is very interesting. Obviously, he can punch, you know, but with his punch, memories disappear. So what they were trying to do is punch both God Eye and Moon. Obviously, this Moon was fake, but obviously they had no idea about that at that time. Punch these two and let them forget about Ling Ling, so that like he has nothing to, he cannot do it, because he's doing all of this because he knows like Knights is fake. That's why he's doing all of this. So if both him and Moon forgets that Ling Ling is nice, they cannot do anything. So that's why they used Iron Fist here. But before they could do anything, God Eye used his ability to expose Iron Fist as well. So apparently he was cheating in his boxing tournaments, and he used iron plates or steel plates. And as soon as people got to know that, they lost all faith in him, and he got defeated. So that's that. Nothing you can do about it. And this is where the whole promo started playing. And yeah, Ling Ling looked at it, and Ling Ling was like, yeah, this is what I am. Why am I trying to become nice? No, I don't need to be nice. I just have to be myself as Ling Ling. Like anyone can be a hero. You don't have to be nice to be a hero. And as soon as he read, because up until now, he was looking at this in Nice's perspective. He was trying to, that's why he was getting affected so much. And now, as soon as he realized this, as soon as he thought about this, he started looking at him as Ling Ling. And since people's thoughts and trust are for Nice, there was a detachment between those two. Like it's crazy how how you perceive yourself to work like that, because when he was perceiving himself as nice, he couldn't move because people are saying, oh, Nice, don't go. But now he's like, oh, I'm not nice. Why am I trying to make myself as nice? And Ling Ling. And as soon as he thought that, as soon as he believed that, he could move again, little by little. And when he boarded the elevator, his hair started turning black. And yeah, and then he comes down, he starts running through the crowd, and everyone's like, who the hell is this? Obviously they don't understand this is Nice. They're like, oh, some random ass person. So anyways, they direct their gaze back at the building again. They didn't even realize that was Nice. So Ling Ling rushes past all of them and reaches the top of the roof. Now this is where everyone gets to see him, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, wait, who is that? That looks like some ordinary person. And then we have people realizing little by little, because obviously Nice himself, Ling Ling himself said, and that yeah, I am just an ordinary person, I am not Nice. and then he says everything that, oh, Nice is dead, this and that. And yeah, so people are in turmoil. They just, the whole trust value starts dropping more and more. Yeah, and it like became like little by little, like his trust, like like became like three, it was like some thousands, 10,000s or a million or something like that, I think. It became like three figures at the end of it, you could see. Like that's how much it dropped. But the more it's dropping, and like, and people are like frustrated. They're like, oh my god, they tricked us, this and that. And they were like, also at the beginning they were like, oh, what the hell can this ordinary person do? But yeah, you could, as more and more people are seeing that even with no power he was fighting and trying to defeat God Eye, the more and more people started trusting him, because they can see he's literally putting his life on the line. And you can see one of the girls, I'm guessing she was like one of his biggest fans. One of the girls were also like, wait, when, like, and he was like, the whole thing with the marriage thing, that was this guy, right? He was the one who shed tears for Moon, right? And yeah, as soon as she said that and she realized that, she was like, yeah, we have been seeing him for a long time. So even if he wasn't nice, you know we still, the fact that we still liked him the same means he's someone worthy of, and they were literally seeing in front of their eyes now. They were literally seeing how he was like putting everything on the line. And yeah, okay. So little by little, as the fight keeps going, um like, people starts believing him, trusting in him. And there was the last thing that he said that actually like touched people's hearts. I think this part where he was like getting, he was like, being held by those things. And and God, I like went extremely close to him, trying to, there we go. I do not need anyone to cheer for me. Anyone can be a hero. um and then he's like, oh, you can still resist. The moment I truly felt hero, like I wanted to become a hero, um, wasn't when I became nice. It wasn't when I reached top 10. It was when I truly developed feelings for someone for whom I'm willing to give up everything to protect. Yeah. And then he like headbutted him. And this is the moment, like after that speech, after that doing that, this is the moment where he started moving people's hearts as him, as Ling Ling, not Nice. And that headbutt was like the sealing deal, right? And then he stands up, and for a moment his like God Eyes like thing malfunctions, so he gets in a few punches. And when people start seeing him being able to do that, just an ordinary person, their trust in him starts increasing, and he gets more and more stronger. Everyone starts cheering for him, because at the end of the day, everyone, like, if you know that there's someone who is in the right and the wrong, and that person especially is an underdog, you'll always cheer for the underdog. That is something, that happens, like, yeah. So the fact that he had no power and he was still able to do something like that moved people's hearts, made them believe in him. And yeah, he was able to then stand his ground. Little by little, he gets more and more power. He keeps punching him, and like it's like going crazy, like social media and everything, like right. And then we have these people suddenly being like, oh, who the hell is this? Yeah, this person is quite interesting. I'd like to sign him. I'll contact him myself, otherwise someone else is going to steal him. And then we have this another person. What's this hero's name? Yeah. It's just Ling Ling. Yeah. Right. And the people are like starting to, like take interest in him, and all the organizations are trying to sign him up now immediately. Right. And then in the end, he defeated God Eye. And then we have Miss J like calling Shan and saying that Linistron's value has shot up back to Nice's level. Um, I'm gonna pin everything on Enlighter. Everyone's focus is on Ling Ling now. He's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, that little scandal that we immediately had with the whole like Iron Fist and everything. And we're just going to try to pull that under the rug, and no one's going to care about that because currently people are that. True, that's literally what happens. Like that is this is basically social media. Just right. Anyways, back to the normal again. Like and manipulating people and just yeah. But obviously, I'm glad that Lin Lin was able to become himself now. He doesn't have to be someone else. And then we have this freaking like guy, God Eye. We realize that he actually faked the moon. That was not moon at all. And then yeah, he just got arrested. But either way, Lin Lin was the hero now, not nice. He is number 10. And then we get to see Moon because she wanted to go somewhere where nobody knew about her. She got sent to like a abandoned like an island, and she also left the gun bag because she didn't want that to define her, and that was a mistake. So she's stranded here. She's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And then like Ling Ling comes here, making use of the gun, and he's like, take this gun, keep it with yourself. And she's like, yeah, you know what, I've had enough. Like like I've experienced being alone. And she was probably going to go back. And then she got shot. And the way she fell was exactly how Ling Ling saw her on the bed that day. So either someone showed him that vision or Ling Ling himself saw that vision. Don't know exactly how that happened, but you know that's a mystery. And then we have this other dude here who was the one who shot her. So oh, and then in the end there was like written 15 days left until the 21st Heroes tournament. So is that like a tournament where whoever's going to rank at the top is going to I don't know, like it's like yeah, you know what, I'm assuming it's like a tournament where whoever's going to win is become number one hero. I'm guessing that's what happened. And currently the number one hero is X, right? So probably people will be trying to topple him, something like that, I'm assuming. I don't know what exactly the tournament is, but that's how it ended. Oh my god, like crazy thing happened in the end. That was insane. I don't know what to feel about that way, the way it ended. Good god. Anyways, a lot of questions about that scene at the end especially. But yeah, looking at the bright side, Ling Ling is a hero now. So right. Alright, and there you go. That was my reaction to episode number 4 of To Be Hero X. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of To Be Hero X. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.